Morning, guys. We've got a cool yard to show you this morning. We are at Joey's yard up in North Phoenix. And we're out here early this morning. It's about 6 o'clock. And the sky is gorgeous. We had some rain last night.
Yes.
But we like to get out here early in the morning because the light is really good to film. And it's just a nice time to be out in the yard. It's nice and cool. So we're going to show you some cool trees that Joey's been working on for about 5 years now.
I think he said it's an acre?
Yeah, he's got an acre up here in North Phoenix. And he's got probably about 75, 80 different types of trees going on.
Nice.
And some exotics, a lot of fruit trees.
He said some seedlings, I think?
A lot of seedlings.
Right.
And so we want to take you around and show you what's going on.
I'm excited.
Yeah. So actually we'll start right here.
Right.
This guy here is about a 4-year-old loquat seedling, type unknown.
So in your opinion, would you think seedlings are better than grafts?
There's pros and cons. Seedlings can take an extra year or two to fruit. Grafted loquats will fruit the first or second year. Seedlings can take 4 years.
Okay.
But seedlings tend to get a lot nicer shape to them. They just seem to grow a little faster once they get established. You get a little bit of a larger leaf on them. The flavor of the fruit can be a little unknown, although I've never had a bad loquat.
Right.
But overall in presentation, I tend to like the seedlings a little bit better.
Okay, nice.
I'm not too worried about the types, whether it's a Macbeth, a Sherry, a Yehuda.
Just give me a loquat.
Yeah, all the loquats are good. But
okay.
Like I said, with
Cool.
seedlings, you'll wait an extra year or two for fruit, but
It looks good.
in my mind, the payoff is a little bigger. So over here behind Alyssa, we have a Katy apricot, which
Nice.
is about 3 years old. Big fat trunk on it.
Right.
So really with stone fruits, you just put them in the ground. They can take full sun. Just give them water and they'll be fine.
Looks good.
And then over here, there's a black mission fig.
Yes.
Figs are super easy for all you beginning gardeners. Stone fruits, figs, pomegranates, guavas,
You say dates?
dates, all that stuff. Yeah, super easy. Just get them in the ground, give them deep water, and they'll be fine. You don't need to worry about sun protection, cold protection.
I mean, it speaks for itself though at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard to...
Figs are like weeds, just give them water.
Right.
And then over here is one of my favorites.
Look at this thing. So what is this?
Now that's the Royal Poinciana, otherwise known as the Flamboyant, otherwise known as the Flamboyana,
Okay.
Delonix regia. It's got more names in the
Anything-
phone book.
Anything else? Right.
Now how old is this tree, Joey?
It was planted in March of 2015.
So
Nice.
2 years.
So,
It's been through 2 winters.
Wow.
Now this is the one we did an air layering video on last week, which we're going to put out here soon. The Poincianas are so pretty. Just gorgeous trees. Even without the flowers, just the foliage on them, they look like a big fern.
Right.
And I'm excited this year now that we have the new property for Green Life to work with. We have a batch from a year and 2 years ago, a good size inventory of these to plant, but we also have the yellow Poinciana that I've been saving for 2 years.
So those are harder to find, right?
Yeah.
The yellow?
Yellow are like almost impossible.
Okay.
And these will take full sun. They don't need any protection. They do need some cold protection the first winter too when they're young.
yeah,
If we have a bad winter, but other than that,
It looks good
full
though.
sun.
Looks good.
So let's head towards the backyard.
Cool. Got more stone fruits and stuff.
some plum.
This guy looks familiar.
Yes, it does. Now this is the one we put out a video 2 weeks ago on Facebook
Okay.
showing the differences between the microclimate. So what we've got here are 2 Aravipe avocados that are about 3 years of age, but they were planted 2 years ago. Now the difference here, it's kind of hard to see because the mulberry tree was just pruned this week, but the tree on the right was getting more afternoon shade. The tree on the left is obviously getting more sun, a couple hours extra sun, and you can see the differences in the plants. They're the same age, they were planted the same day, they get the same water. The only difference was that this one here got a little bit more shade in the afternoon. You can see the differences in the plants.
Yeah, just look at that for a second. It's
Yeah.
crazy. You can definitely see the difference in them.
That's a beautiful Aravipe avocado.
And these were actually planted like this time in 2015. So like August, September 2015.
Nice.
2015.
So it went through, I didn't cover them. I've never protected them during the winter, ever.
And you're on flood irrigation?
Flood irrigation. And I have it wide open, like it gets cold here. It's not
Right.
like, it's not like a normal residential backyard.
Yeah, they're fine with cold. And you'll notice too that Avocados like to grow bushy. Avocados are not straight up and down trees, so you
Right.
don't need to worry about pruning them. A lot of people ask, when should you trim them? You shouldn't. Just let them grow and do their thing, because the more foliage they have, they'll protect the inside of the tree from sunburn. That's pretty.
Wow. So you saying avocados need shade is true?
Yes.
You can see it right here.
Avocados need shade the first couple summers to get established here in Phoenix. What types of guavas do you have, Joey? Do you even remember?
No, I have like eight different varieties. Thai white, Thai pink, Barbie pink, Ruby Supreme, Mexican cream,
Oh, those ones are good.
and a giant white. And this is a tropic white.
Nice.
It's like a
Loaded
Thai,
with fruit.
Thai white. These were planted in like 2011. So they got 6 years on them.
Oh, these ones over here.
Yeah, these three. This is a Thai white, Mexican cream, and then there's another like smaller Thai white type thing.
And what's behind you here? Looks like
This is a McGill seedling white zapote.
Just loaded with fruit too.
And this is actually the first year that it's flowered and fruited.
so that's the
Pretty
same.
excited.
That's the same variety we have over at the Glendale house.
That tree's looking good too.
Yeah.
Looking really good.
And it's loaded with fruit.
So it seems like you're not too concerned about how close the trees are together. Right.
Definitely not.
It's just like a jungle, right? It's so
Yeah.
cool.
As long as they're not falling into each other,
Right.
I'm fine with it.
Right. Let's go through this tunnel.
Now I can see you've got a big group of bananas here. You used to actually have like 4 or 5 of these clumps, but they're growing crazy. What type is this here?
This is a ice cream banana.
Okay.
Ice cream? Nice.
And this clump has actually been here for about 5 years. So
Check-
the root ball,
check this out.
that's just one massive root mass.
Just look how dense it is under there. All ice cream, aka blue java. That's a nice section of bananas.
This is a sweet tamarind grown from seed, from like a seed that our friend got from the Asian market.
What?
And it's been in the ground it got planted in September 2015. So it's been through 2 winters. It doesn't like the cold, but it
Right.
it comes back like
Right.
no tomorrow.
So as long as you get some good root establishment, the tree will come back. And that happens through deep watering, whether it's flood irrigation or whether you're watering with bubblers or hoses. If you're watering with drip lines, this thing probably wouldn't have made it because the roots aren't going to grow deep. So the deeper the roots can grow, the more cold and heat and sun the plant will take.
Makes sense.
And there's a tamarind tree growing in Phoenix.
Seeding, that's so cool.
Yeah, and it actually flowered this year. It was really cool.
Nice.
The flowers almost look like an orchid flower.
Oh, what?
One of my favorite trees in your yard. We have, actually my second favorite tree in your yard.
This guy right here?
Yeah. That tree is the same age as the loquat that's up front, but gets a little deeper water back here.
Wow.
If I remember correctly, is that a strawberry loquat? I think. But
It has some big loquats on it, that's all.
It has a big one. That's funny.
and that fruited, when did it start fruiting? Because I know the tree is about 5 years old total of age.
It started fruiting 2015.
Okay.
So last 2 years it's fruited.
So about year 3-ish,
Yeah.
right around year 3-ish, it started fruiting.
This year when it fruited, all the peach-faced lovebirds, like a group of like 8 of them, started coming to the yard and eating all the loquats. I could only get all the loquats right here.
Check out all these pomegranates too. Look, there's like another tunnel right here.
17 different varieties.
17 varieties right here. What?
So obviously space is not an issue for pomegranate.
Yeah, like look at this.
So you could squeeze 10, 15, 20 varieties into any backyard in not that big of an area. In fact, the only reason that they have the space that they do right now is so that the mower can get through between between
That
the two.
makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, I just prune them up pretty good, so because you couldn't get through them at all.
They're all different types.
They got.
Oh,
And
look, check it out.
And if I remember that these started
Look how big that is.
as our like
Yeah, a little.
$15 pomegranates 2 years ago.
I had an auger and I just drilled a bunch of holes and then went through them, just plopped in
Popped
all
them
those,
in.
the little sleeves of pomegranate.
So 2 to 3 year old pomegranates, this is what they should look like if they're getting good water and food. Now you do feed regularly also with the fish seaweed.
Yeah, fish and seaweed. Every 2 weeks I do it.
Nice.
Right before I get a flood irrigation.
It shows, that's for sure.
Looks like you got a couple of curry trees
Yeah.
that are getting big.
So I planted those from like little 1 gallon seedlings that we had grown. Those are ready to plant.
Please do not send us requests for seeds. We actually use them. Also, they need to be sown fresh, so you can't ship them.
Look at another curry tree.
This is a giant guava. Actually get bigger.
Wait, so what type is it?
It's like a giant white guava.
Giant white.
And that one's been on the ground 5 years now.
Nice.
What type of figs do you have growing back here?
This is a strawberry fig.
So strawberry fig.
It's one of my favorite figs because the fruit it never changes the color. It changes like maybe a lighter green. So the birds never know that it's ripe.
Oh, nice.
And it's literally like strawberry jam in the inside. It's like
I've never tried this type of fig.
It's the best fig. And then this is a Diana fig.
Diana.
It produces like a big, like it's almost like a squished brown fig.
Okay.
And it's like creamy white in the inside, like a caramel. This one is actually a unnamed variety. I have no clue what it is.
This is this one right here.
The mata fig.
The mata fig.
But they were all gifted to me from a friend in California, and they were like cuttings like that big.
Wow.
And I planted 5 in a row right here, like spaced. I thought they were pretty far apart because they're
Right.
only that big.
Yeah, like now they're almost touching.
Yeah, but it's only like a 2.5-year-old fig.
It's 2.5 years old and look at the trunk. That's massive.
And that's all lemongrass mulch.
Oh, nice, I see.
Now I can see you're putting more loquats in. You've got them pretty close together. It looks like about 6 foot. So are you just gonna prune them up the side?
Yeah, I'm gonna keep both sides pruned and kind of let them grow together and create a hedge so you can't see that horse stable method.
Nice.
So you can use loquat to block visibility, neighbors. Plant them close together.
Yeah,
Right.
these are 2 years old on the ground. These were planted September of 2015.
You were super busy in 2015, huh?
Yeah, I think so. This is a apple banana.
The manzano.
The Manzano.
Oh, Manzano, nice. Bananas are so good.
It's a nectarine. It's not even.
Oh, it's a nectar.
Yeah, it's a dwarf nectarine. It's not a dwarf banana. It looks like a dwarf peach. Though.
Yeah.
It is kind of like a peach.
But there's one tree left.
There's
that I
one
really
left?
want to show. There's one tree that we need to show.
Okay.
Let's walk over there.
Let's go check it out. So what is this tree right here?
This is a Cassia spectabilis.
A what?
Exactly. Cassia spectabilis. Now, other than being a gorgeous tree,
Right.
this one has a special place in my heart because I brought these seeds back from Kauai about 3-4 years ago.
Okay.
Some seeds I had gotten down on the south side of the island at McBride Botanical Gardens. And this puts out a beautiful hanging yellow flower. They're cold sensitive. So the fact that this one has been through 2 winters, one really bad winter, the first year, and then the second year was very mild, this
Right.
past winter. But the foliage on them are just stunning. They're just
Yeah.
gorgeous plants.
Check this out.
It's like the darkest green.
Right.
too.
It's just like right here, like look, it's super dark green. So this is one of your favorite trees?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. So this is a truly ultra tropical tree. This is not something that should be living here.
Wow.
But
Joey has it unlocked.
Joey has it because he's been making sure that it gets good deep water, and then also he feeds every 2 weeks with the seaweed and the fish emulsion. So you can see that's why the leaves are so dark. but it's got really nice structure to it. We actually just did a video on this one a couple weeks ago too, on air laying it on the other side.
Cool. So they'll be able to see more in depth with this
Yeah.
tree. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And if
I
you
have-
actually look at the trunk is like.
Oh, it's putting out more. Yeah.
The trunk's literally like that big around on it too.
Check it out. And look, it's still growing. It's just going crazy.
It's like a good 6 inches around.
You can
Gives
see
me
the
an
difference
excuse
between
to
this
be-
tree and the one that's at Glendale. My tree that's been sitting in the pot
Right.
is about this big. The trunk on it is, you know, is maybe like that. Whereas this tree, the exact same age,
Put in the
propagated at
ground.
the same time, put in the ground.
Yeah,
is-
March of 2015. It was planted
Yeah.
the same time that the Royal Poinciana was planted.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, the one up front.
So two and a half
Wow.
years in ground. Full sun.
I don't know what to say. I'm just like staring at
Yeah.
this tree. It is a nice tree,
That's a cool
though.
looking tree.
Yeah, it is beautiful. Sweet.
So anyway, so that wraps up.
Wow. It was cool
Joey
hanging out
Sharon.
with you guys.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much.
Much
Thanks for
appreciated.
coming by.
Yeah, of course.
Thank you guys.